At the back, let's
Hi.
try that.
Actually, I'm traveling a lot. I'm originally from a big family, and I've been traveling for the last 5 years. I travel almost all around the world,
Yep.
3-4 continents actually. And every place I stay in, I stay for quite time. Then I move for the next place, making good friends. They like me, they support me. We do a lot of things together, fun, going out. Then I move to the next place, leave the people who I like them. Actually, they're being good to me. It's a result by I'm good to them as well.
Yeah.
I'm supportive, so they're supportive as well.
Yeah.
They move to the next place, do the same, having, again, good friends, have a good time, then move and then move and move and move. The most place I had stayed in, it was 2 years.
Yeah.
And that was a long time. And again, a lot of friends.
Yeah.
The problem is I have a lot of friends. I'm from a big family. They like me, I like them. I'm always in contact with them. But spiritually, I'm not feeling in contact with them.
Yeah.
I'm like in a world and in the other world. I like them, but they like me, but they can't get to where I am from. They understand me physically. I can't feel it.
Yeah.
They understand me physically, but they don't understand me spiritually.
Yep.
And sometimes I feel I'm mistaken because it can't be one person right and thousands of people I know
Yep.
that they are wrong.
Yep.
I feel the wrong is in me, not on them. I feel the guilt on myself. What's wrong with those people? I stay with them for a quite long time. They liked me. Why I leave them now? And some of them, believe me, they was crying when I'm leaving them. Especially my family, when I'm the big family that was just crying over me just to stay. Why are you going from a place to a place to a place?
Yeah.
And that's generate a guilt inside me.
Yeah.
Let me feel like, why I'm leaving the people only because I feel that spiritually I'm not matching. Why I'm not, maybe I'm wrong and they are right. And that's just generating a lot of things. Now, if I want an approach to a new place, I find it harder to get to a new friend. Because I feel, all right, if I gain them, then I get going along and having fun, then after that, see you later, goodbye.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't work for me now anymore. I feel like I don't want to get to new friends, because once I get the new friend, that means I'm going to leave them later. And I'll feel sad, and I'll feel depressed, and I'll feel guilt as well.
Yep.
So I don't know. Some spiritual things in my thing. Am I wrong in this case? Is the people wrong in this case?
Let's talk about what's going on for you emotionally. All right. Firstly, there's an emotion that causes you going from place to place to place to place and developing relationships that then break when you go on to the next place. So you still feel friendly, but you're no longer involved in their life. Yeah. So there's an emotion inside of yourself, actually, that you do not want to be close at the spiritual.
I'm close to them, but spiritually, they are far away from me.
Yeah, I mean at the spiritual level, you don't want to be close to them. You think you do.
I don't feel it.
But your law of attraction is telling you differently. You see, this is where, if you understand the law of attraction, the law of attraction always tells you the truth about what you really feel. So you establish relationships, but there's a feeling inside of you of avoidance of vulnerability that needs to be addressed. And it's a feeling inside of you of people seeing your real self and a fear of people seeing your real self. And that's your law of attraction. Your law of attraction is showing you that that fear does exist inside of you.
It's become generating a fear in me that if I got a new friend, that it will be like, afterward it will be see you later.
Yep.
And that's will
very
be
true.
like something to make me upset again.
Yep.
And I don't want to get even a friend. I don't want to go along with the people they might like me. I might be good to them as well, but and keeping going from a place to a place. Now, I'm thinking either I'll go alone or I'll stop it and I'll get back home. But the problem, even when I go back home, it will be the same.
Exactly, because it's your law of attraction. That's the thing we all need to understand, is that what's happening to me is my law of attraction. It's created by an emotion inside of me.
Has no spiritual things?
Well, all emotions are spiritual, all of them. So when you say spiritual things, yes, it is a spiritual thing. It's about you, inside of yourself, this fear of deep vulnerability. Not wanting to be connected with any one person at the really core vulnerable level, And there's some deep fear in you about that. And the key is to allow yourself to explore that. Because that's what your law of attraction is showing you. Your law of attraction is showing you that there is an avoidance of relationship. Right? And I'm not talking about just general relationships where you have general friendships and general... I'm talking about avoidance of a real big, major, life-changing relationship. And so that creates in you also a deep fear to ever meet like your soulmate, for example.
It's exactly the same. I've been with the girls before, but I could not even match with them because we are just... Like, I feel spiritually they're not touching me spiritually because I'm from a place and they are from the other world, actually.
Yep. So it's actually preventing you from enjoying a lot of aspects of your life. But
Exactly.
But the key is to look firstly that it is something within yourself because it's based on your law of attraction. Everything that you create is all based on your law of attraction. So you have also some spirits with you, some people in the spirit world with you, who want you to skip from place to place to place to place to place.
I feel it, actually.
Right?
I agree with that.
And they enjoy travelling with you. They are sort of like, you can picture them. By the way, there are many people who go from place to place to place to place historically, you know, the adventurer types, if you like, who have these emotions that they never want to be bogged down.
But it's not easy things, by the way, to go from a place. It's
Of
hard.
course. And yet they will influence everything in events so that it's a bit easier for you to go from place to place to place than it would be for the average person to do it. And they will actually finish up influencing quite a lot of your life, if you allow them to, through their desire for no vulnerability in relationships as well.
So what could be the solution for this case?
The solution is to start feeling about the issues with vulnerability, in particular the vulnerability issues you have with women. Right?
With general friends, not only with women, with the general friends, with the family members as well.
Yeah, I understand that, but there's also a specific vulnerability with regard to one person.
Not exactly. It's with the family as well.
Well,
with the friends.
I'm saying I can feel some emotion in you about a specific vulnerability, but you don't have to believe me. Yep. And the key is to start allowing yourself to deal with that fear firstly, the fear there. And while you want to believe there's no fear there, which is where you currently are, then what that's going to do is prevent you from actually getting into the vulnerable state. Right? But first, if I can just say, trust your law of attraction. If your law of attraction is bringing you a series of events that seem to be a pattern, then there is something inside of you at the emotional level that creates that. And by the way, emotions are always spiritual. So there is something inside of you at the emotional level that creates that law of attraction. And all that's happening is there's some spirits with you who connect to that same emotion because they have the same emotion. When they were on earth, they had the same emotion. And they now, in the spirit world, have the same emotion. And they like you being an adventurer. And they help you have experiences where you connect up with people and friendships and temporary relationships and so forth. They like all of that, but they don't want to be bogged down either. There's a good song, that I can... There's always a good song about something, isn't there? I've got it in my song collection. It's about a woman who falls in love with a man who travels a lot on the sea. And a lot of these men from, who are sea-going men, and they all have a lot of these kind of emotions. Of wanting to connect with lots of different people, but not wanting to be hemmed in.
Actually, I miss to be stable. I miss to be stable one day.
You will eventually, because that's what the law of attraction will bring you in the end. The law of attraction will actually bring you a feeling of, I'm not that happy with this now.
I feel sometimes when I'm walking in a place that no one knows me, I feel the mercy and the sorry in the people's eyes of me, and that's make me really upset. Don't be sorry for me, I'm fine.
But that's your law of attraction again. So if someone's projecting sorrow at you, have a look at the law of attraction in there. So my suggestion is maybe to have a listen to the law of attraction discussion that I've done. It's a downloadable MP3 on the net. And actually start looking at how your law of attraction is playing out, and then look at it, always own it as your own emotion, because it's always our own emotions that create our law of attraction. Does that make sense? Yep.
Thanks.
If we go to Jody.